On a quiet street one cold evening, a sick dog lay on the side of the road. His body was weak, his breathing slow, and his eyes dull with pain. Cars passed by, people walked around him, and some even laughed, mocking the poor animal as if his suffering were a joke. No one stopped. No one cared. The dog tried to move, but his legs failed him, and he collapsed again onto the hard pavement, waiting for what felt like the end. Just then, a young girl named Emily noticed him. Unlike others, she didn't turn away. She knelt beside the dog, her heart aching at the sight of his thin body and injured leg. Ignoring the stares and whispers of strangers, she gently lifted him into her arms. The dog whimpered softly, surprised by kindness he hadn't felt in a long time. Emily took him home, wrapped him in a warm blanket, and cleaned his wounds. She fed him, stayed awake through the night, and whispered comforting words until he finally slept. Days passed, and slowly the dog began to heal. His strength returned, his eyes grew brighter, and his tail started to wag whenever Emily entered the room. She named him Buddy because she said he was her little fighter. Buddy followed her everywhere, watching her with grateful eyes, as if promising never to leave her side. One night, after a long day, Emily fell asleep peacefully. Suddenly, an electrical fault caused a fire to break out in the kitchen. Smoke filled the house silently. Emily slept on, unaware of the danger creeping closer with every second. But Buddy was awake. He smelled the smoke and saw the flames. Panic filled his heart, but he didn't run away. Buddy barked loudly, jumping onto the bed, pulling at Emily's clothes with his teeth. She didn't wake up. The smoke grew thicker. Without thinking of himself, Buddy grabbed her sleeve and pulled with all his strength. Emily finally opened her eyes, coughing as smoke filled her lungs. She saw the fire and Buddy's desperate eyes. Buddy ran toward the door, then back to her, barking urgently. Emily followed him, stumbling through the smoke. Just as the flames reached the hallway, Buddy pushed her outside. Moments later, the house was consumed by fire. Sitting on the ground under the night sky, Emily held Buddy tightly as fire trucks arrived. Tears rolled down her face, not from fear but from gratitude. She realized that the sick dog everyone laughed at had just saved her life. Buddy looked up at her and licked her hand softly. He had repaid her kindness in the only way he knew, with loyalty, courage, and love. Sometimes, the smallest act of kindness can return as the greatest miracle.